Hello. In today's episode, I want us to quickly look at the signs of failed parenting. You know, it can show up in different ways. It could be through the child's behavior, the emotional well being, and how they relate with others. I want to say this that there is no perfect parent anywhere. While I might say that no parent is perfect, but consistent pattern of certain signs may suggest parenting that has not met a child's core needs. So I will be bringing to us some of these signs that could actually point at you as not being good at parenting, and you should look out for these signs so that you can actually adjust adequately. My name is Helen, the convener of Marriage on the Rock and Singles with Purpose. Come with me. First is the lack of discipline or self-control. If you have a child who has constantly been displaying lack of discipline, no self-control, when a child struggles with boundaries or rules, when they always display rebellious impulses or different defiant behaviors, it could be an indication that you are not doing well as a parent. Maybe they don't even respect authority. They don't respect any kind of authority. Maybe parents, teachers, or elders. All the time they kept on bringing the report of his misbehaviors to you. Then that means that something is actually not right. You are not parenting very well, or maybe your parenting style is failure. 2, poor communication. Parent and child that hardly speak or that hardly talk to each other. They don't connect emotionally. When they have issues, they go out. They don't talk to you. You are not reliable to them. You are not even bonding. Maybe the child maybe hides things from you. They often lies because they avoid coming back home. Something is actually wrong with such kind of parenting. You should please check it out. So if there is frequent yelling, nagging, or silent treatment between you and your children, something is not right. It could be due to poor communication. 3, low self-esteem in a child. Maybe a child that often feels unworthy, they don't feel accepted, they always feel as if they are not good enough, always trying to satisfy you, always seeks approval from others, or they are so much afraid of failure. It's a sign that you are not doing well in your parenting style. Number 4 is the emotional instability in a child. It's another pointer of parenting that isn't doing so well. A child who is always depressed, who is always angry, and who struggles all the time to manage emotions or coping with stress, it's a sure banker that the parenting did not do a good job. The number 5 is about disrespect for others, lack of empathy or kindness. A child that is extremely so mean and inconsiderate. He does not consider anybody in whatever he or she does. So much in a manipulating mood, always manipulating others, and then so good at bullying or taking advantages of others. That is not a good sign of a good parenting. It shows that parents of such children are a failure in one way or the other. The number 6 is about entitlement or laziness. A child that just feels that I must be in possession of this, in possession of that. I must have only I and then I and then I. Just like that all the time, who believes everything should be given to them. Either it is convenient for the parents or it is not convenient for the parents. They just felt it is their entitlement to have everything they needed. It's a sign that parents did not do a good job in raising such children. A child who avoids responsibility or expects rewards without any effort. Okay, there are some children that won't go on errand for you except you give them something, you give them a tip. It shows that something is actually not right in that kind of parenting. The number 7 is lack of morals or spiritual direction. A child who does not even know the right from the wrong. So indifferent to failures. Maybe consequences or accountability. They are indifferent. They don't want to be accountable to anybody. They are not even concerned about the consequences of whatever they do. It's a red flag that you did not parent your child well. The next one is about poor performance or poor academic skills. Child who lacks motivation. They don't want to read. They don't want to succeed. Just there. No motivation. Nothing. When you call them, what exactly do you want to become in the future? No signal. It's actually telling us that something is very wrong in that style of parenting. A child who does not have any skill in solving problems, or he or she cannot make decisions by themselves, always 100% relying on the parents to make decisions for them. They couldn't think out of the box. There is issue, there is problem, and it could be a long-term problem if care is not taken. That's the implication. And number 9, excessive dependence or isolation. Overly clingy or extremely withdrawn. Do you have a child who exhibit this kind of behavior? It is actually showing something very, very different. It is showing something very, very inappropriate about your parenting style. A child should not be too clingy, and then they should not be too isolated. So you have a child who is afraid of mingling with others, then there is problem there. A child who constantly and consistently have issues with others, he or she does not know how to keep friends. He will always come down with one explanations or the other. Please check it out. It could be a major issue. The number 10 is about repeating negative cycles. The child that mimics the same harmful behavior seen at home. So if you have two children who are always fighting each other, cat and dogs, something is wrong, because they are repeating negative cycles. So if they are so much abusive, they are repeating negative cycles. If they are dishonest or they are addicted to one thing or the other, it is showing that a negative cycle is being repeated in such a family. So if a father that drinks or smokes, and then a child, one of the child now picks it up, it's just like a negative cycle that is coming up from another dimension. I came across a particular parent and a child. I think by that time it should be around 3 years or so. I went for a particular seminar. So the next person seated next to me came with his son of about 3 years, just as I've said before. And then in the middle of nowhere, this little boy began to throw tantrums. The mother gave him a kind of biscuit, and then he rejected it. And before I knew it, he started beating up his mom right there in the eyes of everybody. He was so violent. As he was beating the mom, he was pinching her, he was like blowing her. And then before I knew it, I was right there with a bottle of soft drinks that they just grabbed it without permission. I was just looking, I didn't say anything. And then the mom got so angry and picked up the boy and gave him a good beating. Then the little boy screamed out with anger, like he was throwing a lot of fits, even too much for his age. When I got home that day, I was just thinking that this kind of motherhood, really, it sucks. I must say that. And I hope your children at home, no matter how young they were, doesn't throw slaps on your face. I will be concluding on this, that failed parenting sometimes does not always means that the parent was bad. It could always be maybe like a reflection of lack of intentionality and guidance. It could be maybe there is no structure at all on ground. There is no love, or the love that they could sense is not enough. It could be because they lack presence, maybe the father's presence or the mother's presence, and then their love, their attention, their affection, their interest. All of these are the reasons why a parenting could be a failure. Let me ask you, do you have a toddler who throws stones at you, who abuses you, who pinches you, who throws tantrums unnecessarily, or who angrily rolls on the floor to mess up themselves? All of these are signs that something is actually very, very wrong in your parenting style. So the good news about this is that you can still make some changes. Yes, you can be firm a little bit, and then you can be more loving. You could be more present. You could be more understanding. You could be the safe place. So there is a time for you to see change. There is space for healing. Change is still possible. The only thing is that you need to identify the weaknesses in your parenting style, and everything will be good as you pray for them, and then as you take some parenting education. Thank you for listening. May the Lord help you in that assignment called parenting. Thank you. If you have questions or any contributions, please drop them at the comment section. My direct phone contact still remains the same, 07037150154. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless your home. Bye-bye.